Okay, so now that we have an idea of what a set is, let's work through some examples of how we can play around with this notation with a few different examples where we're going to push from one to a different one. Let's start with this sentence here. We have the set M such that M is the set of months in the Gregorian calendar. So we've got that, and what we want to do is take it and translate it into, let's say, set builder notation. So we have our set M, and we want to use set builder notation. So that means we want to describe it in terms of a rule. Okay, let's pick some general notation for this. So we need to say M is the set of something. So M equals curly brace. And then we need something to describe a general element in there. Usually it's nice notation to make the capital letter be set and the small letter an element. So we'll say little m, and then we need to describe a rule. So what defines little m? These are m's such that m is a month. Or more appropriately, m is a month in the Gregorian calendar, and that's it. That is how we go from the sentence to the notation, and they're read exactly the same way. Now, technically, if you wanted to, you could put this in roster notation as well, just to be sure. Or you could put it in order. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Technically, this ellipsis shouldn't be used for something finite, but I ran out of space. Where this order being chronological doesn't mean anything. The fact that I chose to do it January, February, so on, is kind of meaningless because it's still a collection of months. Even if I started with February and then went to June and then did December and then October and April. When you're talking about roster notation, again, it's important to remember that as long as we don't change the rule, do whatever we want with the order. Let's look at another example. Let's say that now we have the set S, where we are given in roster notation, S is rock, paper, scissors. And what we want to do is turn this into a word description and something in set builder notation. So let's say we have S. Well, rock, paper, scissors. So it's the options in the game, rock, paper, scissors. S is the set of options. And then I'll save space, rock, paper, scissors. Again, that is a word description of that set definition. Or we could say S is the set of options. So notating that, I got choices here. I'll just stick with the same idea. Little s, such that S is an option in rock, paper, scissors. For now, the word description and the set builder notation are going to be very similar, just because right now we're talking about objects, not necessarily mathematical things, so we don't have quite so many ways to describe the rule except for just stating it, but we'll talk more about stuff like this as we get going. Now for our last one, we are given the set O, where we're given that set in that builder notation, and this one has a little bit more numerical value to it. So we're saying that the set O is the set of such that you have odd numbers n between 2 and 10. We need to describe that in roster notation. So O is the set, and now we just need to list what numbers those are. So, well, 3 is an odd number greater than 2. So is 5. So is 7. And so is 9. Technically, you could go to 11 because 11 is bigger than 2, but is not bigger than 10, but is not less than 10. So this is our list. Roster notation, we have 3, 5, 7, 9. But again, doesn't matter that I called it 3, 5, 7, 9. Could have called it 9, 5, 3, 7 if I hadn't thought to go in ascending order, or 9, 7, 5, 3 if I thought to go descending. It really doesn't matter what order it's put in. All that matters is that I've collected the right things.